This is a Glitterball podcast. Before we get into today's episode, please remember I'm judging these housemates based solely off of an edit and not as total people. Please don't send them any hate, it's just a game show. From Glitterball, this is He's Always Watching, a Big Brother podcast. Hello, Fishbowl friends. It's time. We have our very first guest. Would you please welcome to He's Always Watching? It's a man with the sass and the fashion sense after my own heart. It is the iconic, the fabulous Dean Quinton from Big Brother 2024, and I am so excited to unpack his journey in the house and much, much more. We're about to get straight into it right now. Oh my goodness, the very first He's Always Watching guest, Dean, thank you for joining me.
Hello, my love. How are you?
This is insane. I would never have thought that this was going to happen, and then we made it work. So thank you for joining me.
It's happening.
My absolute pleasure. We're going to get straight into it because I don't want to take up too much of your time.
I mean, I'm here for it, so let's go.
You were the housemate that even the house refused to let go of. You've got to tell me, what were you thinking in the moment when that door wouldn't open? Because my door was on the floor.
Do you know what, right? I genuinely thought, oh, maybe I'm not being evicted. Maybe this is like some big twist where like they come on the microphone and they're like, Happy Halloween, like jokes, trick or treat, Dean's not leaving. I genuinely thought that was going to be the case. And then when they were like, you need to leave by the back door, I was like, bitch, do not. That was one thing I did not want to do in that house, was leave by the back door. And it's God's law that I ended up going out the back door. And it was so weird because I don't think
you did get your front stage moment at least. They didn't fully backdoor you.
Yeah, I got to go on the stage, which was great. But I just wanted to come out of the doors to the, whole experience.
Yeah, that's the whole totally experience. Fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I genuinely thought, I was like, this lot ain't letting me go. I'm staying. And then I was going to be like, raw.
We'll get to that because your house, actually, why don't we just jump there right now? Because if we're here, let's just do it. I'm throwing the order out the window. Okay, so given your house was so combative, were you happy to go when you did? Given that you thought it might be like a trick?
You know what? Like, I didn't want to leave. Like, no one wants to leave once you're in there. But it was at that moment in time, after the task, after everything that was said, I just felt so alone and I felt on my own. It was horrible. I felt like I was like 10 years old in the school playground and no one wanted to play with me. Like, it was very much that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was horrible.
It did come across that. I don't know how much you've watched back, but it certainly did come across that way, that everything was kind of drifting in the house at that point. And I was like, this is kind of uncomfortable to watch. Like, Emma's whole HOH situation was like, this is...
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, neither did I. She said to me, don't worry, I've got your back. Like, she was like, you're not going anywhere. And then it happened and she saved Nathan over me. And I was like, oh. And then you see me put my hands in my head like that. And she's like, see, you can see he's missing home. And in that moment, my words were gone. I felt like saying, no, babe, I'm just fucking fuming.
I guess it would be quite difficult to trust your friendships in there, right? Like, you had several solid bonds, but when something like that happens, you go, okay, well, was it all for show?
Right. And the thing is, like, I still to this day, like, I speak to Emma and there's no hard feelings. I see it as, you know what, babes? Well done. You played the game better than I did because, you know, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right?
I think it's tricky because it is interesting TV, but at the same
Yes.
token, and look, maybe I'm a little bit biased here. I'm just going to hold my hands up and say it. I was like, you're one of the stronger characters in here, so I can see why she might have gone, time to go kind of thing.
Listen, I do think it was because she knew I'd make the final. 100%. If she didn't swap me out, not one single person nominated me in that house.
That's true.
Safe.
Yes.
I was safe. I was only up for eviction week 1. It's because I didn't leave my hand up long enough. Because no one was
You'll never make that mistake again, will you?
I would never make that mistake again, babe. Like, I will hold it until my hand falls off, right? But yeah, I think she kind of knew that I was popular in the house even after the vampire task and the brutal words. I think I could have called it back a bit. I could have got it back a bit. But yeah, I mean, you know, well, it is what it is now, isn't it?
You got an iconic exit at least with the door, so you know that's a win.
No one ever got that, so I tell you what, the first person not to get out. So
because of a technical fault. Well, and then we had the storm take over this week.
Oh my god, yes!
How wild was that?
I mean, the storm wasn't even that bad. I'm not going to lie, it's not a storm. It was just a bit of wind, and I felt sorry for Gani. Like Gani didn't get a crowd.
I genuinely think he, much like you, thought, oh, hang on a minute, we're not done here. Because his face lit up when he saw Will and then it dropped. And then I was like, oh.
Because I would have been the same. If Will came in the house to come and get me, I would have been like, I ain't leaving. They're putting me next door. Bless him.
In we go. Continue on.
Right?
But it's so tricky, I think, for those first week evictees. I mean, I think you said on your socials earlier this week that you were like, as long as I wasn't first, I'm good.
Yeah.
And
I didn't want to be first.
Yeah. So I feel a bit for him, to be honest. But
yeah, and I think he was. I genuinely think like the wrong two were up. I
completely agree. That's what I said earlier this week as well. I was like, this does not feel correct.
No, it's not correct. It's not right.
I kind of think if they did what they did to Emily, and we'll leave that alone, if they did what they did to Emily, they should have done it to the 4 newbies.
Yeah, I genuinely don't think that them two should have been up. I think if you're going to put 4 new people in, then I think maybe you should put the 4 new people up. Because they've only just gone in. They only went in like a few hours later. It wasn't like it was,
3 days later. It was...
Right. So I was like, no, I think they should have been up for number. Like, don't get me wrong. I love some of the new ones.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I just think that would have been a bit more evil. If you're going to, you're in, but actually you're not safe.
Yeah. Because now they've got like a whole week of safety, right? So
which is not right.
Yeah.
Although, what day is it today? It's Sunday here, so inside gossip, they'll probably be nominating today.
Oh yes, because it's all we're always a day behind, aren't we? Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And you sit at them sofas for 8 hours. So good luck, honeys. You'll be bored shitless.
Some of your series, I must admit, even though there is some of it that is ingrained in my head, some of it just kind of blurs together because all I remember is you guys fighting.
Yeah, and do you know what? That's such a sad thing, isn't it? Like, such a sad thing, because I've not watched loads of it back, but what I have seen is its majority of arguments, and I'm like, we had some good time.
That can be good TV,
of course.
And we're going to get to some of, hopefully, your more favourite moments in a minute, but like they were fighting on the last night in that highlight package, and I was like, what are we doing? But you know what?
That just really proves how rough it was in there. It really does.
I don't know that it always came across on screen, but especially in those last few weeks, it was a bit like, oh, this is a little uncomfortable to watch because
it was uncomfortable to live in. Actually, it was really uncomfortable to live in, and I think that is one thing that I have struggled with coming out is like mentally trying to get my head around that space and be like, where did it go wrong? Like,
Is that just the struggle of you have what? There was 16 of you?
16, yeah.
And you're all just trying to find your way and you're all not going to get along and clearly not all of you
Not
got
everyone.
along.
No, listen. Not everyone's going to get along, right? But I think when you're living, I think the living thing went out of the window. Like it was very much like people took everything so personal. Where I didn't. I went into the thing, went into the game, went into the show as in like whatever happens in this house stays in the house, and we all said that whatever happens in the house stays in the house, but it didn't because the people, right? Because the people that were come out the other team that came out of the house then decided to go on TikTok lives and Instagram lives and just talk trash on other housemates. And I'm like, come on, like we all lived the experience. Yes, we had some proper shitty times in there, but I still wouldn't take anything personal to anyone because it's not a real life. It's not real life.
No, it's a
It's really
constructed experience.
And it's an experiment. Remember that.
Yeah.
It's an experiment.
I feel like if we had to categorize the years of the ITV era so far, we had the Pleasant Village 2023, then we had Fight Club with you guys, and then heaven knows how we're going to end up with this lot, given
I don't know.
the week we've
So
already
far,
had.
I feel like so far this season, though, from what I've seen, because I'm dipping in and out, from what I've seen, it seems to be they're showing a bit more of people's personalities. They're showing a bit more conversation that we didn't really get the chance to see in our series.
No, because a lot of it was centered around most of the arguments.
Most of the arguments.
It's look, I call you guys Fight Club in jest, but like
No, but it really was.
pretty intense. I love that you're like, no, it was, you're right. While we're talking about your time in the house, this show is obviously about diving into the details and blabbering on about them. Is there a small detail from your time that has stuck with you, aside from the trauma of all the arguments?
A small detail. What do you mean by like anything that happened that you guys didn't see, or
Yeah, or it could just be something that maybe we did see that has just kind of stayed put in your head.
Yeah, I think you know what has stayed with me is obviously the vampire task. That's always going to stay with me, and I think I it's really weird because I do think about this moment quite a bit. Like even though it's been a year, I still think about this regularly, and I'm like, would I have changed what I said? No. Would I have handled it better coming out of that and having conversations? Maybe. I think it stuck with me because I watched it back and I was like, oh, it's really not as bad as I thought it was, and everyone was making out. Like, and I think again we lost sight of we are playing the game. I'm a vampire. I'm meant to be savage.
Whereas
and everyone
it
took
got
it personal.
very like personal and like we are tribes, and I was like,
yeah, and that, do you know what? Halloween week has stuck with me. Halloween week will always stick with me because I think there's a bit of PTSD around it. Because first of all, one of my friends left. Martha went out the back door in such a savage way, and then it was like blood pouring on our heads, and we were like sat around. And another thing they don't show you, we were sat around in our drenched clothes all day. So then tensions are building. You're annoyed. You're wet,
uncomfortable because you're like a mess.
Right. Then they did the whole vampire thing, and then the villagers and vampires. And I can't explain to you how much the villagers really, really were like coming for us. It
came across on screen, but was it more? Well, it
was rough.
It was much more intense.
No, it was rough, and I think what no one saw, and this is another reason why I just blew up in that room in the task, is that we were stuck. The vampires were stuck in the task room. It was tiny.
Yes.
It was tiny. We could only leave to go out, and we could only leave the house like to go in the garden if they let us in.
Ooh.
There was no rule saying that we couldn't go in. They made that up themselves.
Yeah.
As soon as we come to the door, we were met with "fuck off." It was aggressive. It was aggressive. So then automatically we're on the backbone. Like, hang on a minute. This is not real life, guys.
Just want to go to the garden. Just want to go to the garden.
The girls just wanted a fag. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wanted a cigarette, babe. We were like, do you know what? Just let them have a cigarette. They were not having it, right?
No.
And even friends like Nathan and Emma, they were clashing. Lily and Ali were clashing because they were like, what is going on? We're just, it's not real. And then we're stuck in that room. We're not allowed to. I think we were in that room for a amount of like maybe 12 hours stuck in there.
Oh, that's
No
rough.
fresh air. And then we got food, and everyone thought we were getting luxury food. We weren't.
Because
The
by that
villagers.
point in the series, I'm sure your paranoia had set in, right?
Yeah, yeah. And we weren't getting any food. We had like they gave us some soup, but it had been sabotaged by the villagers. There was garlic and everything. So at that point, we were just so angry. We were just so angry, and I was just like, and then obviously you're in the room, and I was just like, I'm pissed off now. Like, I am pissed off. And then Marcello was like, we've all suffered in here. You have to suffer. And I was like, what do you mean suffer? Like, and that's when I lost my temper because I was like, I've suffered in
What do
this
you
house.
mean suffer? Yeah.
I've suffered in this house. Like, I was in storage on night one. I was up
That's
for
right.
eviction.
Yes.
Right. I was up for eviction week one.
Yes.
I was, I was head of house week two.
You were stuck with Lily
like,
singing on night one in that storage room. We'll leave that
Which
alone. Sorry, Lily.
I love. But yeah, that Halloween week sticks with me forever, and I think it always will.
That's a little unfortunate that that's the moment of your experience that is
I
kind
know.
of ingrained.
I know. That is the moment that sticks with me the most. But also, I think what sticks with me the most is like the fun that we did have. We did have fun. We had a lot of fun. That wasn't shown.
Because it's like, does the fun make good TV? And at the end of the day, it is a TV
Clearly
show.
not. Clearly not.
And with this lot that are in there at the moment, I'm like, which way are we going to go? We're going to go Happy Village Fight Club, point two.
Right.
I don't know.
I think it could be a bit of both. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Week one is all, we're happy, kumbaya, let's be friends, we love each other. And then week two kicks in.
But week one has not been kumbaya with this lot. Because we've had
that's
the
very true.
newbies and kind of Richard doing whatever Richard is doing.
Does he know where he is?
I think he does. That's the concern. I think he's like secretly very turned on to the game.
Yeah,
my impression.
I think he knows what he's doing. And remember, he's been picked for a reason.
As you all were, yes. I'm like, I don't think he's going to survive long term if he doesn't watch himself. The eye doling out ceremony that they had.
Oh, well, I mean...
Yeah, with the eyeball jar thing.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, that was a terrible explainer of that. I think he only in that moment saw the ramifications of his behavior.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really interesting to see.
It's, remember as well, like a lot of this, it's different for me now because watching it, I'm like, there's a lot of context that will be missed. And an edit is an edit.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
It's a tricky line to walk, isn't it? Because as I say, I'm judging these housemates based off of an edit. But at the same time, they've done what they've done.
Yeah, you can't, and this is the thing, I will never blame edit. I will never blame edit. But I do blame lack of context. That's what I do blame. Edit, you've said what you've said, you do what you do. But if there is a tiny bit of information missing, it could make it look so off
So
key.
much worse, yeah. Oh, the fun of reality TV, hey. Thank God I stuck to a quiz show, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So, we kind of touched on our newbies already, but is there anybody that is really jumping out at you? How are you feeling about them as a group from what you've seen?
As a group, I think, if I'm being totally honest, on first night impressions, I was very underwhelmed. And I was like, apart from Sam, because I know of Sam. Sam is like someone I've known for a while. Right. But I was like, oh, this, and obviously Zila. I love Zila. But I was just a bit like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if this is. But then, do you know what? Saying that, every year Big Brother came on, we always felt a bit like, this is a bit underwhelming. And then they gave us everything. Yeah. So I was a little bit underwhelmed, and then I started watching it, and then they threw in the new ones, and I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
I kind of phrased it as we saw most of the puzzle go in on launch night, and then they dropped the last few pieces in.
Yes.
I don't know if that resonates with you.
It made sense, but I was like, there is there is only 12 housemates, but then I did think it's a smaller house than what we had.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's very tiny.
Have you been back in?
I haven't been back in. Ali has been in, and Lily's been in, and I spoke to them, and Ali was like, "You like compared to our house, it's teeny tiny."
She looked kind of uncomfortable going in because I watched
Yeah.
Good Morning Britain, and I was like, "Oh, this is."
You know what?
Oh.
It's trauma. It's like revisiting, like it's like going to war, isn't it? And revisiting your old stomping ground. Like it is very odd. Like
Right.
it is very odd. But I think overall she had a great time. Like she said it was quite weird being back there, but also I mean Lily got bored. She was there for 2 hours and was like, "When can I leave?"
Get me out of here, yeah.
I
That
was like,
doesn't
"You
surprise
got
me.
6 weeks."
If there's one thing I think we learned about Lily during your series is she can't sit still. And
No,
I
she
say
can't
that with
sit
love.
still. Yeah, riddled with ADHD, the poor cows. But aren't we all? So
Yeah, fair, absolutely fair point. If you could give these new housemates a piece of advice, what would it be?
oh, this is a great question because there's so much advice I could give them. I think the one thing is to remember you're playing a game. It's not real life. Like, don't take anything personal. Honestly,
Don't take it so seriously, please.
don't take it so seriously. Forget that I mean, I know it's hard because it does become your life, but just remember there is a life outside. There is, you might not ever see these people again, and you're all there to win money. That's it. You're not there to kiki and be best friends.
Yeah.
You're there to win money. We
If
all
you
enter
get best
for
friends
it.
out of it, then great.
If you
But
get
like,
best friends out of it, perfect. Like I went in and I said in my audition, I said from very early on, I am here to win. I'm not here to play. I'm here to play the damn game.
Oh, so you were just straight out the gate, game on, let's go.
Oh yeah, but obviously the housemates didn't know that. I'd never told the housemates I'm here to win. I just let them speculate. Every single one of them housemates thought I was going to be in the final. Every single one of them housemates had me on their top 5. And then I was like, okay, cute, so I'm doing something right. And then obviously it went tits up, but I was like in my audition process, I even said in my audition process, if you give me a task where I have to send someone home to win money, I will send someone home. I will take the money. Give me the money. That's what I'm there for. It was a game.
I think the BBC missed a trick by not putting you on Traitors. That's all I'm going to say there.
Oh, I'd love to do the Traitors.
I just that energy you're giving me right there does not feel so much Big Brother, more let me go and banish some faithfuls.
I wouldn't care. I'd be like, we are here to play a game, and that's what
it's true. It is true though.
It's a game.
Yeah.
And I've grown up watching it my entire life, and I've watched bits of other seasons. And America is very much a game.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we missed in UK. Like, remember, it's a game, guys.
It's tricky. It's a tricky balance, isn't it? Because I feel like you guys have such a pure format over there, where it is just you throw them in a house, you have some fun, you have some fights, whatever. Whereas you've got America, you've got Canada. Where I don't know if you've seen any of Canada, but that is...
I've seen bits. Savage.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
So, rest in peace, Canada. Because it's on the shelf.
I mean, I'd love to do Big Brother in America or Canada. Like, I'd love to do another global series.
I feel like they wouldn't know how to handle you, but I'd love to watch that.
I mean, Australia's getting one too, right? So
yes, we are, a month away from a reboot?
Ooh,
so this is like what, fourth time. So will it last longer than the last one? We don't talk about the last one in this house.
Okay, maybe it will, because I feel like the UK one wasn't. I didn't think was set, like we were like it's not gonna work, and then it
really
worked.
That's really interesting, because I was very on board from the very beginning. I was like, this is going to be interesting. You've had enough time, right? Because it was like 5 years between
5 years,
5 and then ITV. So
yes,
yeah,
very different thing,
and a very different game to what you walked into. I would argue from the previous series.
Yeah, and I think as well, like grew up watching Channel 4. So watching Channel 4, and that's been my entire experience of the Channel 4 game.
Did you see any of 5 really, or did you kind of check
I
out?
watched all of them. Yeah, I watched all of 5 as well. But I mean, like, my core series was like the Channel 4 days, and I was like, you know what? This is what I felt like Big Brother is, and I really do feel like my season was very Channel 4. But they did say that to me, like, after I'd come out. They were like, the reason we chose you for Big Brother is because you reminded us of the Channel 4 days. And I was like, that's very interesting.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, given, because the island was Channel 4, right?
Channel 4, yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm not saying that they were watching you from that far back, but it does kind of...
I'm a Channel 4 girly, what can I say?
Clearly. If you could get a little devious, because why not? If you could throw a twist at these new housemates, what would it be and why?
Or if I could throw a twist in, because there's not a twist that Big Brother's not ever thought of, right?
Fair.
I would probably bring back a twist.
Oh, what are you going to pull out the vault? Come on, tell us.
I'm going to pull out the vault. And it's not what you'd think. It's not a hidden room or people...
Okay.
That's been done too soon. Yeah. I think they should bring back the rich or poor divide. Because
it's a solid twist.
It's a solid twist. Split the house into rich or poor and then make them fight against each other in tasks. And do you know what? Do it for the whole way.
I was about to ask, how long would you... So you just want a full series, just divide
the whole entire series.
Divide and conquer the whole
or at
time.
least half the series. At least half the series. Because I think that really does... And you can win. If you win tasks, you can go to the other side and eat vice versa. Because I think that really does... That will change people's opinions on people very quickly.
Were you surprised that the storage twist for you guys ended so quickly then?
Yeah.
In that same vein? Were you expecting it to carry on for a few more weeks?
I genuinely thought when we was in storage, we didn't know how long we were going to be in there. And I thought, we are going to be in here for a while. I was ready to set up camp. And for me, doing the island, that was a piece of piss. I was
So you were like, I'm just back on the island. It's fine. We're good.
I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. But I did think it would last longer. But I do think, for like welfare point of view,
fair.
You couldn't have kept us in that small room for that long.
Well, I mean, they kept the vampires in the task room.
I think we actually, as vampires, were in that room longer than we were in there. We only spent a night in storage.
Right.
It was only a night, but it felt like weeks in storage.
And was it because there was more of you in there as well than it was potentially with the vampires in the task room that it kind of...
I think that is definitely... And also, I don't think Big Brother thought that we'd all choose the wrong side.
It was an interesting choice to be like, let's just let them choose.
Yeah, and do you know what? Like, I said this so many times. If I didn't see Ali on the blue side, I did not see Ali for love nor money. If I would have seen her on her own, I would have chose blue. Fair. Because I wouldn't want her on her own.
Yeah.
Because I was like... Because as soon as I walked in and saw blue, I was like, they're all straight. They're all straight men. And if I would have seen this little diamond in the rough, I would have been like, oh, she needs saving. But I saw all the gays and the girls being like, come to this. And I was like, well, obviously. And I thought, they've been in here longer, so they must know something I don't.
I feel like you also had, because you were, the last, if my memory is correct? Were you last in?
Yeah, last in.
I feel like you had the kind of bombardment of everybody already being level 11 of energy.
Right.
Joining the party last. Not saying you were joining the party late, but joining the party last. So you were just kind of thrown into the washing machine that was already there. I
really was.
So we're going to get a little more spicy now, so buckle up.
Okay,
because I'm going to just dramatic lighting change. If you could save, instantly evict, or killer nominate out of Ali, Emma, and Lily, what would you do?
Oh my God.
Next time on He's Always Watching.
This is
I'm
so
evil.
Hard. Okay, so
I had to.
If I was to, what is it? Killer nominate, save.
Killer nominate, save, and instantly evict.